We come across many types of people in the world every day. We touch many lives and many touch ours. However, if we closely observe the nature of people who come in our lives, or for that matter, if we take an example of our own lives, they can be classified broadly into two kinds: introverts and extroverts. The one who are a kind of more outgoing and loud, whom we call here as extroverts, and the other who are reserved and less outgoing, whom we call here as the introverts. These concepts of introvert and extrovert were popularized by a Swiss psychiatrist and psychotherapist, Carl Gustav Jung, who also founded analytical psychology. Another psychologist, Hans J Eysenck, also contributed well to this domain and provided a detailed theory of causes of personality. Later, Jeffrey Alan Gray, a former student of Eysenck, developed the next comprehensive model of personality, widely known as Big Five model, which elaborates on traits like conscientiousness, agreeableness, neuroticism, openness to experience, and extroversion. Okay, too much of historical facts now. Let's come back to our larger discussion about introvert and the extrovert. This classification definitely doesn't mean that either is smarter than the other. It's just the way of behavior through which we make this classification. However, these behavioral aspects in both the kinds are triggered by different kinds of stimulus or circumstances to each parties and is directly linked to a factor called dopamine. Which is responsible for your brain's reward and pleasure system. Which brings us to the traits of these personalities and what turns them on to make them feel more happier. Introverts are a kind who get easily satisfied and can become happy with limited means too. They are happy with themselves, quiet but more creative of both parties. They are happy working alone. Whereas extroverts can be linked with loudness, outspoken, outgoing, and are happier to be with the crowd. Where dopamine levels are easily triggered by a small positive reinforcement to the introverts, an extrovert, on the other hand, might need a lot positive reinforcement or adventure levels to hit the same dopamine levels to make them happy. The introverts are occupied very easily by self and are at times more focused and look forward to perfection in the way they deliver a task that is assigned to them, preferring to work alone in their own way, generally move with more creativity and thoughtfulness with proper planning. Whereas an extrovert might easily move in a group and doesn't necessarily look forward to a similar level of perfection, however, would look forward to make it more cheerful while delivering the output. Now with this, the extroverts are easily prone to mood swings and more loud in putting forward their opinion. However, an introvert on the other hand might be quietly observing and making his analytics to put forward the final verdict, which is logically correct most of the times. But perhaps instead of trying to just observe their traits, let's understand how to gauge the best of the two to realize in our behavior to make it better. We can actually learn to take the best of the two and live it in our lives. A heterovert or ambivert, which is a mix of two types and is essentially a balanced version of introvert and extrovert. For example, if we take an example of a whole week, a person might go out for a party on a Friday night to have a blast with one's friends, whereas the same person can choose to be very much with one's own self at home on a Monday evening, listening to soft music, working on his blogs, or maybe painting a portrait. According to study, these category of people who possess balanced trait tend to be more successful and productive. So, what do you think best fits your trait? Let us know by giving us your views in the comment section below. Stay subscribed if you have not subscribed yet for more interesting videos coming every week. Keep artifying your lives with AKB. Take care and bye bye for now.